I'm Sarah from It's Oh So Kotoko, and just recently I attended the Stitch Festival at the London Business Design Centre in Islington with my good friend and sewing buddy Linda Johnston. While we were there, we came across a fabulous new gadget which I wanted to share with you all. But before I do, I just wanted to say how lovely it was to meet Kate from the Fold Line, Lisa from Sew Over It and Tilly from Tilly and the Buttons. We had a really lovely time looking around their stand and seeing some of their garments all made up. It makes such a huge difference to sort of see the patterns actually in the flesh, as it were, and not just on a photo on the packet. So if you haven't been to one of the shows, I highly recommend going, as it's a really, really good way of seeing what you think would actually suit you once it's all made up. At the Knit and Stitch show last year, I made a very considered purchase and bought the Baby Lock Gloria machine, which is basically a cover stitch machine that can be converted into an overlocking machine. It's been a complete game changer for me. It's totally and utterly revolutionised the way that I sew and make my garments. And I really truly didn't think that I was going to be able to find another product that was going to be such a wow factor as this one has been for me. That was until Linda noticed on the timetable schedule for the public demonstrations at the show that Juki were showing some portable electric scissors. And we had missed this was being demonstrated on the Thursday. So we went over to the Juki stand and asked them if we could have a demonstration. We were a little bit sceptical. We were sort of like, well, really, you know, what are these electric scissors? What can they do? Surely they can't be that amazing, but you know, let's have a look anyway. It was obviously good enough to be on the demonstration stand. And the lovely lad there, he sort of got us out the scissors and he let us have a play with them. And I just remember that moment that Linda and I, we just sort of turned and we looked at each other and we were like, damn, we've just got to have them. And so I just thought that I would come here and share with you these amazing electric scissors, and hopefully you'll find them as wow factor as we did. So I won't keep you waiting any longer, and I'll get opening the box so you can see what's inside. Just so you're aware, I'll put a link below here as to where you can get these, but they had a special show deal on where they were £169 at the show. So I'll put that information down there, but I'm not quite sure what the rate would be to buy them now. And just to mention as well that I'm not working with Juki or anything like it. I just have found these portable electronic scissors from them and absolutely love them. So I'm sharing this information with you. The box information, everything on the outside of the box, it says it's the WBT-2 portable electric scissors. So I'm just going to open it up and we'll have a good look inside. If I can get into the box, that is. Here we go. Wow, there's a huge amount in here. So first of all, small instruction manual, so you can see that one there. There is a power cord. My understanding is you can charge them and you can also plug them in when you're actually cutting, should you run out of battery and you've only got sort of like a little bit left that you want to cut. That's obviously your power charger, the battery, some blades, and they did say that they come with spare blades as well. So there's a blade on it that says A and there's a blade on it that says B. I'll have a look in a minute and see if they actually mean anything specific, whether they're different or it's just one's a replacement. Screwdriver from the box, power cord, power cable, an adapter from the European plug to the UK plug, a spare little bag of screws and accessories is in there, so I'm not sure what they're for yet. I'll let you know. Something else, I'm not entirely sure what that is. Again, I'll let you know in a minute when I demonstrate them. And the actual battery power pack where the scissors attach onto the end here. So that's everything that comes in the box, and as soon as I have sort of had a little play and set them up, I will come back and I will do a demonstration for you. So I will be back shortly. Okay, so I've just unpackaged all of the items that I need to demonstrate the scissors to you. There are two cutting blades. One isn't a replacement as I thought it might be. Cutting blade A is suitable for cutting thick materials, and the cutting blade B is suitable for cutting thin and soft materials. I think for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm going to use cutter head B, because I only want to be cutting out paper and paper on top of fabric to show you how it can cut both of them together. This would obviously save you a lot of time because you don't need to cut out your paper pattern first with your paper scissors and then go and cut out your fabric afterwards with your fabric scissors or rotary blades. It very specifically asks you to take the battery out before you put the blade in, which I can see why it wouldn't take much to get these going here by mistake. Although I will show you that once it's actually on, it's very, very safe and it would be extremely hard for you to cut yourself. So to fit the blades on the end, you take the blade of your choice, lines up here, and sorry, this way up, and you pull the red toggle back and you literally slide the blade in and you sort of feel it click into place, and then this red attachment just does kind of click in on the top. The battery just fits in here, and once it's in, you squeeze the red handle under here and there it goes. Another really useful bit of information for you is you won't need a cutting mat to use these, because the bottom blade never moves. If you can see it here, it's completely still. It doesn't even vibrate really. You run that along and it just literally comes into here and will cut out all of your fabric, which I'll show you a bit later. One other really useful thing for you to know is this proves that it can't cut your finger by mistake. I'm running that right where my finger is, and it's not doing anything at all, because where it's this element here, right in the blade, where it's sort of at the back, I'm trying to show you here, that's where it does the cutting, not at the free edge, and you won't accidentally hurt yourself, as I have proven. No blood whatsoever. So what I'll do now is I'll get some paper that I have printed out, some outlines, and then I've also put a few samples onto paper and fabric so you can see. And I'm also really excited to show you how this can cut through about 8 layers of denim without even blinking, and it can also cut through organza in the tiniest, thinnest strips without any kind of snagging. So yeah, that's going to be our next bit that I show you.